she was eliminated from the show. Her exit from the show caused much controversy at the time, especially given the fact that the bottom three contestants were all African American women. The Los Angeles Times have commented on how Hudson may be one of the best contestants to ever perform on the show. Dr. Jemison graduated from Stanford University with degrees in, wait for this, can't anyone tell you, you cannot do what you set your mind to do. Dr. Jemison pictured here is proof that whatever you put your mind on, you can achieve. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, you're black or white, it doesn't matter. Tall or short, does not matter. Work hard, work smart, surround yourself with people who will encourage you. And the sky, as you can see in the case of Dr. Jemison, literally the sky wasn't her limit. What's stopping you? In Salisbury, the British denied black residents their civil rights. Africans were barred from downtown areas and relegated to segregated neighborhoods called locations. We need to shake off these shackles as African people wherever we are. We need to emancipate ourselves, just like what Bob Marley said. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. You are a human being. There's nothing under the sun that anyone else of any other skin color has achieved that you, as an African man or woman, cannot achieve. This is Africa, the cradle of mankind's birth, where powerful kingdoms arose with stories of worth. A youth-filled land, the youngest population, with diamonds and cocoa from its fertile foundation, exemplary leaders, their legacy told. Nkrumah, Mandela, their spirits bold. From Johnson Sirleaf's Liberia, where freedom lies, and her first female leader, so wise. Let courage and dreams unite as one for a brighter tomorrow where greatness is spawned. In this beautiful, colorful, and friendly domain, greatness awaits, where hopes shall not wane, where tales of triumph weave a tapestry. Welcome to Today in African History. September 12th, Jennifer Kate Hudson is an American singer and actress. She was born in Chicago, Illinois, United States of America on this day, September 12th, 1981, to Donnell Donaldson and Samuel Simpson. She started singing in her church choir as a child and also performed in community theaters. She graduated from high school in 1999 and enrolled at Langston University, but left after one semester and transferred to Kennedy King College. She received her first singing contract in 2002 with an independent Chicago label called Righteous Records. The initial terms of the contract were for 5 years, but when Hudson wanted to compete on the reality show American Idol, she was effectively released from her contract. Jennifer Hudson auditioned for season 3 of American Idol from Atlanta, which was very popular. During the top 9 contestants episode, she received the highest number of votes for performing Elton John's hit song Circle of Life. But just 2 weeks later, she was eliminated from the show. Her exit from the show caused much controversy at the time, especially given the fact that the bottom 3 contestants were all African American women. Several magazines, including the Los Angeles Times, have commented on how Hudson may be one of the best contestants to ever perform on the show. and that her exit was untimely and unwarranted. In 2005, Hudson was cast in the role of Effie White for the musical Dreamgirls, starring icons such as Jamie Foxx, Beyonce Knowles, and Eddie Murphy. She was selected from amongst hundreds of professional singers and actresses, including the Season 3 American Idol winner Fantasia Barrino. Her performance in the movie was critically acclaimed, both as an actress and singer, and won her numerous awards, including the Golden Globe Award as Best Actress in a Supporting Role, BAFTA Award for Best Supporting Actress, and the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. She then appeared in the films Sex and the City with Sarah Jessica Parker and The Secret Life of Bees starring Queen Latifah, Sophie Okonedo, and Alicia Keys. Now, this woman has a huge CV. So Jennifer Hudson, it's a happy birthday to Jennifer Hudson, born on this day in 1981. Pictured here is the inspirational Dr. Mae Jemison. The year was 1992. The day, of course, was September 12th. And no, this was not the day she was born. This was the day she became the first African-American woman in space when she launched from Kennedy Center to join Space Lab J, the joint US-Japanese mission. She was born October 17, 1956 in Decatur, Alabama, United States of America. And she is an American engineer, physician, and former NASA astronaut. She became the first African-American woman to travel into space when she served as a mission specialist aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour in 1992. Dr. Jemison joined NASA's Astronaut Corps in 1987 and was selected to serve for the STS-47 mission, during which the Endeavour orbited the Earth for nearly 8 days on September 12th to September 20th, 1992. Dr. Jemison graduated from Stanford University with degrees in, wait for this, chemical engineering, as well as African and African American studies. That's a doctor, a medical doctor. She then earned her medical degree from Cornell University. Jemison was a doctor for the Peace Corps in Liberia, which is located in East Africa, and Sierra Leone, located in West Africa as well. So both countries, I beg your pardon, are located in West Africa. Liberia, of course, the first country to gain her independence in 1847. So go check out our video on Liberia. First country in Africa to gain her independence. Liberia was created by liberated slaves, United States slaves. Sierra Leone, the capital Freetown, was also occupied by freed slaves, hence the name Freetown. So go check up on your history, African history. So she was in the Peace Corps as a doctor in these countries, Liberia and Sierra Leone, and West Africa from 1983 until 1985, and then worked as a general practitioner or a GP. So Dr. Mae Jemison, an engineer, she studied African and African American studies and also earned her medical degree as a medical doctor from Cornell University. Very intelligent lady, very hardworking, very smart, and she made it happen for her. She believed in her dreams, and so should you. Don't let anyone tell you you cannot do what you set your mind to do. Dr. Jemison pictured here is proof that whatever you put your mind on, you can achieve. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, you're black or white, it doesn't matter. Tall or short, does not matter. Work hard, work smart, surround yourself with people who will encourage you. And the sky, as you can see in the case of Dr. Mae Jemison, literally the sky wasn't her limit. What's stopping you? Last but not least, the year was 1890. Harare, pictured here, formerly known as Fort Salisbury or Salisbury, is the largest city in Zimbabwe with a population of 1.6 million. It serves as Zimbabwe's seat of government and Zimbabwe's commercial and industrial center. The city is located in northern Zimbabwe in the region of the Shona-speaking people. So this was the day in 1890 at Harare, which was then called Salisbury, or Fort Salisbury, was founded. So guys, this will give you an indication of where Harare is located on the map of Zimbabwe and on the map of Africa. So you can see that it's in southern Africa. Now, a man called Cecil Rhodes and the British South African Company, the BSAC, founded the settlement as Fort Salisbury on this day in 1890, like I said earlier. The fort began when the BCAC's pioneer column, under the command of Major Frank Johnson, invaded Shona territory and seized land held by the Shona and other indigenous groups. Britain recognized the fort as a colonial municipality in 1897, and in 1923 the settlement became the capital of the Rhodesia colony, which then included both northern and southern Rhodesia. In 1953, Salisbury became the capital of the newly forged Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland, which includes the contemporary nations of Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. Now you can see Zambia to the top left-hand corner of the map. The last four letters of the name Zambia, and Malawi is out of focus here in the map, but then also, of course, Zimbabwe was in that federation as well. So the forged Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland, which included the contemporary nations of Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. After the collapse of the federation in 1963, Salisbury remained the capital of southern Rhodesia. In addition to being an administrative hub, Salisbury served as a major economic center for southern Rhodesia. Initially, British settlers, who were minority in both the capital and the nation, focused on small-scale farming and gold mining in the area. After World War II, light iron production, steel production, textile manufacturing, paper production, and vehicle assembly were introduced to the city. Also, by the 1950s, the number of British residents increased significantly. The university and new airport were established. In Salisbury, the British denied black residents their civil rights. Africans were barred from downtown areas and relegated to segregated neighborhoods called locations. White settlers controlled Salisbury's economic, social, and political institutions. Racial inequity triggered strikes by African workers in the 1940s, bus boycotts in the 1950s, and major anti-colonial uprisings in the 1960s. So where have we seen this before? We don't seem to learn from our history. People would always fight back when they're oppressed and suppressed. It wasn't any different in Zimbabwe. And when the colonialists come and forcefully take land and then forcefully eject people from their land and then forcefully prevent them from coming to take possession of their own land. Anyway, guys, that's it for Today in African History. I'm sure you can sense the frustration in my voice and what colonialization has done to Africa and Africans and African descendant peoples. It's not only affected us physically, it's affected us mentally, spiritually as well. We need to shake off these shackles as African people wherever we are. We need to emancipate ourselves, just like what Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. You are a human being. There's nothing under the sun that anyone else of any other skin color has achieved that you as an African man or woman cannot achieve. A few minutes ago, I featured a female African American astronaut, the first female African American astronaut in space. She's a medical doctor. She is an engineer. She also studied African history and African American history. That's just one person. If she can do that, I'm sure you can do the same, and even much better. Thanks for dropping by once again. It's Today in African History for the 12th of September. Join us tomorrow, 13th of September, for another edition of Today in African History. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till tomorrow, bye for now.